We live.
We live.
Coach. I picked the line and put in the picture. Coach. I picked the line up and put in the picture. Coach. Coach. Pick the line up and put in the picture. Coach. I picked the line up and put in the picture. Coach. Shoes, coach, friends, coach, bag, feel like friends, man, French man. Coach, play, call a rush to the building. Coach, I picked the line up and put in the picture. Coach, shoes, coach, friends, coach, bag, feel like friends, man, French man. Coach, man, I'm John Madden. I'm a couple hammers deep without the two belt. Buckle with both G's, coach shoes, Gucci jeans, hardball. The whole team on the field ready. I'm like what's shining the most, coach, I feel heavy. DG, the money. Really on the wheel when I switch gears. Aston, the Porsche Muller go to bills. If I don't tell the shooters chill, they go shoot the kill. Coach, I never smoke to the roast. I take the smash mouth for pros. The blitz game, couple nicknames, both sides beam lights, emeralds and rubies, that's a red light, green light. Witnesses just say they seem like Springfield on all the hoes blowing steam like tea kettles, Android and drones, make you eat metal. Coach, I pick the line up and put in the picture. Coach, shoes, coach, friends, coach, friends, man. Coach, play, call a rush to the building. Coach, I pick the line up and put in the picture. Coach, shoes, coach, friends, coach, bag, for the friends, man, French man. Coach, now, study body defense, sideline pop, push you off the defense. This what I'm teaching, to each his own, come from where I call home, nigga. No talking to the precinct. Play the game decent, cause in real life, life is like you leased it. And we take it like you missed the payment. Rock a park shit, we diesel in the pavement. This forever, already that black shit. I've been underneath that tower with that makeshift. I've been under lights, pitching balls, stealing bases. I've been at the high stakes table with the greatest. Going all in with a 10-9. Like they aces, two got a cold mind. Quicker let it gun, quicker let it gun. Quicker let it gun, quicker let it gun. Quicker let it go, quicker let it go. Coach, I pick the line and be put in the picture. Coach, shoes, coach, friends, coach, bag, feel like friends, man, French man. Coach, play, call a rush to the building. Coach, I pick the line up and put in the picture. Coach, shoes, coach, friends, coach, bag, feel like friends, man, French man. Coach.
Shit sound like it could have been madness.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the real, Billy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over me. Okay, when these did the Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the eye like stamps and I can't let no hold the lie to me. I don't feel these rappers or they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. He Muhammad one of us, he might use his right first. Suckle up and stay alert, never cop the stress the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. With that open blood, do you know I'm gonna get active with you? From the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening, is it factor? If revenge was a woman, now I stuck that bitch like Jackie. How I walk, we gon' run the summer, it's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the hawk. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Doing like singing for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young gay. How you real chicken on the dot, you a blood feeder. Claiming he a demon, was a demon to a cold nigga. What he said, so I ain't here, this shit like who got this gun, it's about who gon' hold that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game. Three soldiers from the dead, this raised up the chain. Three shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand in season, you will never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he never was. Now my chin like you with the anger for your brother. Everybody want to be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified rubber ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I'm with that hollow side. Yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fairview, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. Where I get that boy lost, they gon' stop to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Hey, what's going on? Clap it up, clap it up. You know what I'm saying? You tuned in live once again every Wednesday, man. Dropping Jewels podcast. Nigga with me, also 500 Natazab, and to my left, also 50 Karan Yala. You understand?
Shalom Israel.
And we got some cold topics to bring out today, man. You understand? These I ain't gonna lie, the topics we be pulling and finding be so cold, I'll be down there ready to send them to Commander Junior Hanna.
Right.
I'll be like, God damn, dude, I didn't even. And it's crazy because like a nigga always was in tune with what was going on. It's good to stay in tune with what's going on, whether it's the streets, I'm saying the news, the nigga put the political party stuff and all that. It's always good to stay in tune. But it seemed like since we started the podcast, like a nigga been more in tune to what's going on in this world, just trying to find articles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I be finding so many articles. I'm like, damn it. And like the articles we gonna read today, man, just gonna let you know that, man, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man, we are truly in hell. You understand? Right. You think because you able to smoke your weed and pop perks, you know what I'm saying, and hang out with your homies all day and do whatever it is that make you feel good, feel comfortable, that you're not in hell. You understand? But nigga, when you really wake up to the truth, you see that, man, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians are in hell, man. Suspended until what? Oh, they hating like hell. They like it.
TikTok.
Yeah, they hating. I'm trying to go live on TikTok. They're saying some of your live access is suspended until 2:38. Yeah, but anyways, man, you understand? We're gonna bring out a few articles, man. Like I said, man, this is dropping jewels. You understand? We drop jewels on y'all every Wednesday. The Bible say like the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure. You understand that a man found, nigga, and he went and bought a field to then make sure he able to keep that treasure. That's what we doing, man. We found the treasure. All we found the jewels, and we trying to bring them to y'all, man. You understand? Oh, the tablet. No. Oh, yes, right here. Okay. You understand? So yeah, man. If you could, right now, you can pull the first article, Baba Gashar.
Come, sir. You can plug this shit right here.
Man, make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to ISUBK Sacramento, man. Subscribe to ISUBK NorCal. Oh, I forgot to put the NorCal on. We do it next week, though. No sweat.
Come on, sir. As inflation soars, Black Americans bear the brunt of rising grocery, gas, and housing prices.
Man, look, y'all don't understand how bad this inflation is, man. They said it's going to keep going up. You understand? Read that again, Baba Gashar.
Come on, sir. As inflation soars, Black Americans bear the brunt of rising grocery, gas, and housing prices.
Man, look at that's why the Bible. Just if I could, right quick. That's why when you read Deuteronomy 7:6, it say that you are a holy people unto the Lord your God. And what I'm saying that is to say whether you separate from being on top of these other nations or being at the bottom, your condition, whether it's you being on top or bottom, you're going to be separate, right, no matter what your condition is. You understand? And we read it. That's what the article just said. It said inflation among Black people is higher than anybody on the goddamn planet. You know why? Because the Lord said we are a separate people. Right. You understand? We finna suffer this inflation, gas prices, buying food. Power. You understand? We finna suffer all this shit that's going on more than anybody, man. Can you read Mama Gashar?
Come on, sir. Damn.
And that's why it's so important, man, to understand who you is, man, and understand that the Lord created you to be separate. You understand?
Come with kind, sir. Krista Johnson gets anxious when she thinks about the rising cost of gas, food, and housing as she prepares to give birth to her daughter, who is due in August. Johnson said she's been trying to save money by cooking more at home and packing her husband lunches instead of eating out at restaurants. The Metro Atlantic couple postponed buying a house after watching home prices soar in the last year.
Man, so this sister, she see inflation. She see the gas prices rising. She see that the food going up in supermarkets, meats and all this stuff. And she said, you know what, we not even, me and my husband planning on buying a house. We ain't even gonna do that no more. You understand? Because the houses, the price of houses didn't went up. Everything went up. We gotta figure out another way to save money. You know what I'm saying? To move smart. And that's what y'all don't understand, man. America, what we read about right now is America falling. You understand? This is the normal now.
Right.
Nigga, what we going through, what Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, not even just us, what everybody's going through in America right now, this is the norm now. You understand? Your life not gonna go back to gas being $3 a gallon, $2 a gallon, $2.54, $2.94. You know what I'm saying? A food being cheap and all that is over with. This is the reality now that we living in. And if you Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you should be thinking of how this is a thing. You understand? Keep reading, Mother Shaw.
Come on, sir. Johnson, an elementary school teacher, is also concerned about being able to afford child care, which is getting more expensive nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried about quality of life, said Johnson, 33. You already have nerves about being a new parent, and then you have the whole economic downturn possibly coming, and it can create some anxiety. Like many Black families, Johnson and her husband are bearing the brunt of inflation. Mm-hmm. With prices rising to the highest rates the U.S. has seen in more than 40 years.
Right. We Black people, not just their family, but every Black family is bearing the brunt of inflation. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that it probably used to cost you $30 or $40 to fill up your tank if you got an SUV, or a truck or something. You know what I'm saying? Now it takes you $80. You understand? And nigga going to get some food from the supermarket, going to get a pack of chicken and some rice and macaroni. Oh, that was cheap. That was all under $20. Now you might go there and spend $35 on something simple. That used to be cheap as hell. You understand? And then now she's saying that now I got a baby coming into this world. The baby ain't even here yet. So now I gotta think about Pampers, wipes, clothes, formula. You know what I'm saying? On top of the gas going up, on top of food going up, on top of all this stuff going up. Keep going, Mama. Come
on, sir. Researchers say Black families will suffer the worst effects of rising inflation.
God damn. It said Black families are going to suffer the worst out of everything going up, gas price and everything I just named. It said we're going to suffer the worst out of everybody on this planet, man. That like I said, that's why Deuteronomy 7:6 say that you are separate people.
Right.
No matter if you on the top, no matter if you in the kingdom of heaven, man, which mean that you got rulership, or if you at the bottom, the Lord is going to separate you from everybody, no matter what. Because if we was all equal, like they say, y'all, nigga, everybody would be suffering the same.
That's right.
But this article just said that Black people, niggas, gonna suffer worse than anybody. You understand? Keep going.
Come. Researchers say Black families will suffer the worst effects of rising inflation because they lag behind their white counterparts in income, wealth, financial savings, and home ownership.
Right, because we don't have any wealth because of slavery. All that land that we used to own and have, all those businesses that we used to own and have, nigga, they like a lot of people think they was just hanging Black people just to hang them. No, they was hanging business owners. You understand? They seen 40 years out of slavery, and Black people created an economy that was so strong and so you know what I'm saying, well equipped. They was like, we have to crumble them. You understand? What we gonna do? We gonna start hanging the business owners. They weren't just hanging random people.
Right.
You understand? They was hanging people that was doctors, hanging people that own bus companies, hanging people that own plane companies, that was teachers. That's who they was hanging. You understand? Because they wanted to cripple our economy. And then what they did, not only did they hang us and cripple us, but they said, now we are going to be the people that control that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got people that created something like simple as whiskey. Like the person that created Jack Daniels, he was black, but guess what? White people own that now. The person that created cars, nigga, was black, but guess what? White people own that now. The person that's created a cell phone and the internet, you know what I'm saying, and the HDMI cord and all that type of stuff, those were black people. But guess what? White people own that now. You understand? So basically, what I'm saying is that if they wouldn't have stole that and took that from us, we wouldn't be bearing the brunt end of inflation. Right. You understand? Because we would have land, we'd have resources, we have shit to fall back on. But being that nigga, they took all that, we went to slavery, we didn't have anything to pass down to our children. You understand? If you ain't got nothing to pass down to your children, man, they gonna live trying to survive on a day to day. You understand? Keep going about with shots like it.
Come on, sir. The disparity leaves many Black Americans without the funds to help offset the rising consumer prices and put greater pressure on their monthly income, economist says.
Right, because you got some people that's responsible.
Like an economist
right,
says.
Right, because what they saying is, like, you got some people that, like, you got some black people that's responsible. A lot of black people ain't really responsible like that. You understand? Sometimes I don't be responsible like that, but you got some people that's responsible. They know, okay, my rent is $1,500 a month. You understand? I should be spending about $200 of gas on a week. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to spend this much on food, and you know what I'm saying. But with this inflation going up, all that's changing now.
Right.
You got to spend $1,500 on rent. You got to spend a week. You got to spend about $300 on gas in one goddamn week. You understand? You got to buy food. That's about $400, especially if you got kids. Everything is changing now, so you got to figure out how can you adjust to this change. You understand, and figure out how to save money. You know what I'm saying? So y'all won't be in a situation to where you can't pay your rent, can't pay your car note. You understand? Can't have the little necessities like eating out with your family or going to the movies. Oh, that's over with. You gonna have to figure out a way to save money to where you're able to do that again, because you ain't gonna be able to do that in the near future no more. You understand? Keep going.
Okay. Some economists fear that if lawmakers don't act soon to combat inflation, Black families may be forced to go without necessities as the threat of another recession looms.
Right. And what's the necessities? You know what I'm saying? The things that you like doing. You know what I'm saying? You might, like I said, like going to the movies. You understand? You might like taking your kids swimming at Raging Waters or something, Six Flags. You might like doing, you ain't going to be able to do none of that because you ain't going to have no money to spare to do none of that. You understand? Because all your money is going towards this inflation on food, gas, rent, everything. Everything's rising. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. But like for your counterparts, which is these heathen nations, it ain't finna hit home to them. You know why? Because they moved together. They got Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? They own Fortune 500 companies where they can fall back on each other. Black people can't do that. We don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? Keep going about the show.
Come. It's going to be extremely devastating, said William Darity Jr., professor of public policy, African American studies, and economics at Duke University. People will have to make very, very hard decisions about whether or not to purchase medicines or buy food.
God damn. He said this is gonna be very, very hard. Nigga, this is gonna be devastating. It's like, nigga, he said this inflation gonna get so bad, you gonna have to choose on whether you gonna get the medicine you need for your diabetes, nigga, or whatever the hell going on with you, or eat. That's horrible. That's how bad it is that's gonna get in America. You understand? You gonna have to choose, like, damn, do I need this insulin? God damn, or do I want to eat? What the hell I want to do? You understand? Either one. If I don't get my insulin, I might die. If I don't eat, I might die. What the hell am I gonna do? That's horrible. That's living in hell. But guess what? For your counterparts, they not gonna be going through that hell. Life is gonna be the exact same for them. They might just spend an extra few dollars on something, but they don't give a damn about that. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna have to decide on whether they gotta take their goddamn insulin or eat some food. So they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading Bogus up.
Or forego payments of their utilities.
Right. Damn. So you got three options. Nigga, you eat or buy your medicine, you know what I'm saying? Or you pay your light bills. But you only can have one. So if you decide to eat, guess what? You ain't gonna have no money for no medicine. And you ain't gonna have no money to pay your light bill. You know what I'm saying? He said he's thinking it's gonna get that bad in America, not for everybody, but for black people. You understand? Keep going.
Okay. It will have harsh effects on people's well-being.
It's gonna have harsh effects. You know what I'm saying? Everybody finna suffer, especially if you got SSI and you don't have no monthly income because you ain't got no job, or you on disability, you got a set income. You know what I'm saying? That shit is definitely gonna affect you. You better not. You can't drive nowhere. You understand? You gonna have to walk to the store and bring your groceries home. You understand? You ain't gonna be able to hop in the car. I'm finna go up the street. That shit is over with. You gotta walk, nigga. It's $10 a gallon. And then when you get to the store, nigga, it's $10 for nigga 3 wings, nigga. That's over with. You understand? Keep reading, motherfucker shop.
Come. Darity said the nation's wealth gap has made it difficult for black families to maintain financial savings or transfer wealth through generations like many white families have been able to.
That's what I was just talking about. Nigga, we ain't the whole thing. The whole point is, bro, we ain't able to transfer money through generations. Why? Because we don't own anything. You understand? We not farmers anymore. We don't own no businesses. You understand? We don't like your counterpart, the oppressor, he own every goddamn thing. Nigga, the Chinese man, he got Chinatown. The Arab man, they got all the corner stores. You understand? What the hell do we have? We can't pass nothing down to where we like, okay, they inflation rise up, then we ain't got to worry about it. You understand? Because if inflation rise up and you own nigga convenience stores, nigga, that ain't nothing. Because all you gonna do is make all the food go up. Because the inflation rise, so you know what? Damn, this chicken used to be $3. Now I'm gonna make it $6 now. So I'm still getting the same money I got back. Oh, these backwoods that everybody's smoking, it used to be nigga $5 a pack. I'm gonna make it $10 a pack. So nigga, I won't have to bear the burden of inflation. That's what all these other, and that's why they said that black people is gonna suffer the most, because everybody, all your counterparts, your oppressors, everybody's oppressing black people. They own everything, nigga. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna make everything go up, and then guess what? Black people gonna suffer even more. But we don't have the ability to do that because we don't got shit. You understand? That's literally what this article was saying. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Bubba Show.
Come. He said racist policies such as redlining and depriving former slaves of land promised to them have historically set black Americans behind.
Right. They promised us 40 acres and a mule. We never got that. You understand? To be honest with you, I never heard about redlining until Cryala brought that shit up. Nigga, I had to look it up. I didn't know what the hell that was. And I still did. I don't even know what it is. But nigga, all I know is nigga, they make it to where we can't get houses. You understand? In certain neighborhoods and for certain prices. You understand? That's what redlining is. Am I wrong?
No, you definitely
You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's what they do. And it said because of racist policies like that, black people gotta suffer. You understand? You want to say something, crying out?
Nah, I want to get through this article, sir. Then I'll chime in.
Yeah, okay, calm.
This shit is cold.
Yeah.
So like you. According to the Brookings Institute, the median wealth of a white
And
house,
if I may, before you do that,
go ahead, sir.
and like they mentioned redlining, right? At the beginning of the article, the sister said they gonna stand down on buying a house because of they suffering this racism of redlining. That's why they at the beginning of the article, she said, man, me and my husband wanted to buy a house, but now we standing down because of inflation.
Right.
You understand? Like black people, man, you living in hell, man.
Hell.
You understand? If you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, but you are the children of God. You are you are princes and princesses of the power. It ain't no way in hell that you supposed to be living like this. It ain't no way. You understand? That's ridiculous, man. But you keep going, Bubba Show.
Man, it's cold right here, sir. So like you. According to the Brookings Institute, the median wealth of a white household is $188,200, which is 7.8 times more than average black household at $24,100.
You see what I'm saying? That's why they don't suffer when everything going up, but they don't suffer when inflation happens. All the food prices go up, the gas prices go up, the housing go up. They don't suffer from it. You know why? Because they get $180,000 annually. Black people get $24,000 annually.
If I may, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick. I just want to chime in real quick so we can get through the story, right? That is ridiculous. That literally means that, like, $24,000 annually, that's below poverty.
That's below poverty.
Like, black people are really in poverty in America. You understand? Like for the most part, like I don't know. I know a couple of black people that got money here and there, but the majority of the black people that I know, this is actually reality. What I'm reading. This how I grew up. This how all my friends grew up. You understand? This how most of my relatives grew up. This is it's ridiculous to really like look at these numbers. $188,000 as a median income for white families. These damn crackers is rich in this country for real, real. Like I didn't even know it was that big of a gap.
Right.
Especially where I live at. I live in Stockton. Like it's a Dolphin white man in the front right now.
And then you know what's so crazy and why that's so cold? Because the number of white people compared to black people, they outnumber us by down there like 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They outnumber us like a month. It's only about what 40,000 black people, only 40 million black people in America. You understand? It's like 100 million white people, or like 180 something far out.
If I may, sir, I ain't gonna lie to you, Adawan. I think that statistic is flawed. Like on some real shit, I really believe that black people not minorities in America no more. Like if you look at the statistics of the rate of them having babies and how many kids blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have, like they can't be the majority no more. This is just my opinion. This is just my theory. But I think that shit is flawed. And furthermore, if it is flawed and we actually are not the minority anymore, us being a majority, nigga, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, what you saying is fact. We to be honest with you, we are the majority, but that's what every tribe included. You know what I'm saying? If you just talk about black people, we definitely the minority. It's 40 million black people, and 23 million of them is women. The 17 million is men, and then they don't even get into abortion and incarcerations and stuff like that. Don't even get into that. Like we definitely the minority. But if you want to include every tribe, hell yeah, we the majority for sure. You understand? But this is only talking about one tribe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This talking about black people, my nigga. And it's saying that they get every nigga, but it's that our counterpart get $180,000 annually.
They literally make,
that's
if I
crazy.
May, sir, $140,000, upwards of $140,000 more than us on average.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$140,000 a year alone. You balling in America. They getting that plus. You feel me? Like,
and then you know what's so cold, if I may, not even to cut you off.
Go ahead, sir.
Like, they getting $180,000 a year, right? And then they trying to get all these laws passed. They marching, protesting, saying that all this inflation going up, and you know what I'm saying? While we get treated like this, we should be getting treated better. We can't get nothing for our families. They tripping about it. But meanwhile, we get $24,000 a year. $24,000 a year. What is that? $1,200 a month or some shit? Something way out. You know what I'm saying? You know, the average black family.
Just enough to live in the hood.
Just enough to pay rent. Oh no, that's 24. I think it's $2,400 a month. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to pay rent.
Nah, you still have to suffer. Was right, sir.
It was what?
About $1,200 a month.
That's crazy, man. You understand? So now you still got to pay rent.
And 12 times 12 is, well,
it's 48, right?
Right. So damn. Let me see. My math is off right now.
Yeah, nigga, but we suffering in America.
Right.
That's the whole point. And then what I'm trying to bring out is that you go oppressor, like inflation go up and he start tripping. We need to pass new laws, man. We need to make this happen. We need to make this happen. Meanwhile, he get $180,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? It's not going, even if inflation do go up, it's not going to affect him at all. But guess what? He don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm living comfortably, and you're not going to mess with how I'm living. Me and my family is living. You understand? So we need to create some laws, and you know what we're going to do? We're just going to make all the prices go up for black people, and we still get the money because black people are the biggest consumers in America.
Right.
We spend more money than anybody in America. You understand? And everybody knows that. And that's why your Christian pastor is a disgusting bastard. Bro.
Right.
That's why that nigga is disgusting as hell because he steal all the goddamn money. Like, you know, Christian, I say all the time, I can't stop saying it because it's crazy. Since the 80s, the Christian pastors have got $500 billion from the black community since the 80s. $500 billion. what I'm saying? If they would, if that money had went to something else besides his pockets to buy him a Lamborghini and feed his direct family, we wouldn't have to worry about inflation just like our oppressor. We wouldn't have to worry about that, man. We got money. I ain't worried about no damn inflation. What gas? $10? What I'm supposed to do? Ride past the gas station and not get gas? It's $10, nigga. Nigga, look, I'm finna put $100 on the tank and we good. Don't worry about it. You understand? Well, we can't do that. Nigga pull to the gas station and be like, "Ooh, I can't even spare this dub. God damn, I gotta throw dub and I gotta throw 40 in here, and it's gonna give me a quarter a tank. Ooh, wait, this kind of crazy right now."
If I could, let me just read this the
Go
last
ahead.
piece of this sentence, right? It says the home ownership rate for white Americans was about 73% compared to 42% for black Americans. If
Right.
I may, I don't want to. That means the majority of white people that you see own homes.
They own them.
And the majority of black people that you see don't have a house.
Yep, 3/4 of the oppressors own homes. 3/4, money. That's damn near all of them. 78%. That's 3/4. You know what I'm saying? That's 3/4. But less than half of black people own a house.
About damn near 60% of black people don't have houses.
Absolutely. So what is that saying? We living in poverty.
If I may, sir, I'm gonna get a scripture. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Like, black people are destroyed in America. We got to serve our enemies for anything that we want. And then when inflation comes into play, like you were saying, sir, we don't own shit in America. The reason why we don't own shit in America is because they destroyed all of the businesses and the business owners that black people had in our own communities after slavery. Then on top of that, when they destroyed all our businesses, you got sellout niggas like Martin Luther King who telling you that I have a dream, that we can come together with these other nations and live amongst each other as one people. That's what really destroyed the black community. Like, they can physically burn down what we have, you understand? But if we still stick with each other and rebuild our communities amongst each other, like Deuteronomy 7:6 says, we are a holy people unto the Lord our God. If we actually understood that we was a holy people and we were supposed to be separate from these people, if they come burn down the shit in our community, we'll get back. But eventually, we'll learn that, okay, they did us like this in the past. Now we got to heighten up security and understand that these are our enemies. We gotta figure out how to get back, but still stay separate from them. Because if we like, I'm gonna get another scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 10, right?
And what you're saying is heavy because even if you don't want to separate, the Lord is still going to separate you.
That's right.
You understand? Whether you in rulership or not, the Lord is going to separate you.
Right.
That's why everybody that's black, Hispanic, Native American Indian is suffering inflation, like this article saying,
right,
in the goddamn ghetto.
Right.
Because we are separate from everybody else. You understand? That's why the Lord was he was smart enough to separate us. You understand? Because you leave it to black people, man, we try to coattail every culture, every religion, every way of life, and do everything besides serve the Lord.
That's a fact,
you
sir.
Understand? So, go ahead,
Come on, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. You understand? The Lord said we should never trust our enemy. This is why we got to bear the brunt of inflation as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because this article is talking about black people, but Native Americans and Latinos as well. You understand? We don't own nothing in this country because of niggas like Martin Luther King, because of niggas like Creflo Dollar and all these pastors that tell you that God loves everybody and we're supposed to come together with these nations. The Lord said, don't trust your enemy. Never trust your enemy. You understand? It says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You understand? We went through redlining. We went through slavery. We went through not being able to afford nothing, and these damn devils coming in our communities and tearing down what we built 40 years after slavery. We went through all of that. You understand? This is why you know you shouldn't oppress your enemy. I mean, Salaki, this is why you know you shouldn't trust your enemy, because it says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Iron is going to get rusty. And if you trust your enemy, you are for sure going to see the wickedness and the hatred and how much he wants to see you up under his foot. You understand? And this is exactly why black people are going to bear the brunt of inflation, because we made that mistake of trusting our enemy, listening to wicked, dumb niggas like Martin Luther King and Reverend Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. These niggas that's in love with white women, you understand? And they only care about their immediate self. This is why black people don't own nothing. We had all the mom and pop stores. Like, if you look in any major city that was a black city, we had sections of the city where we had all black businesses. We used to have gambling shacks. Like, black people invented the lottery. You understand what I'm saying? But when you get niggas that fall up under this Christianity banner, or go follow some wicked nigga that look like he's prosperous because he dressed like your oppressor, you understand? This is what happens to our communities. They get destroyed. You understand? Our families get broken up. And then, all in all, when all else fails and the economy goes down the drain, black people have to bear the brunt of inflation. You understand? But Salaki, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And we seeing that right now. But black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, y'all not, it's still at the tip of the iceberg. So y'all not really seeing how bad it's gonna get. And that's why we brought this article out, to show you that they already prophesied, or so to speak, that, man, it's gonna get bad for black people. You understand? So if you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you watching this podcast, make sure you start saving. You understand? Make sure you start putting food away, nigga, just in case it get ugly for you.
Right.
You understand? Make sure you do something to make sure you looking out for your family.
Right.
Because if you don't, you can't rely on the people that oppress you, because they're not gonna give a damn about you. You can't rely on the government. You understand? Because they're not gonna give a damn about what you going on with your family. You understand? You know why? Because every nation has self-preservation. You understand? And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, like me and you sitting right here, and Lord forbid, but somebody run up and start shooting. Self-preservation is, damn, somebody's shooting. Get down. You're not gonna think about nobody else first. You're gonna get down. And when the shooting stops, you're gonna make sure you ain't, my hit, I ain't hit. Oh, I'm good. Hey, bro, you good? You good? That's what self-preservation is. Every nation got that. And they use that. You understand? I gotta make sure that my people are good,
Right.
before I'll try to focus on everybody else. That's what they do. You understand? Oh, inflation coming. Oh, then we need to get down. Damn. Okay, we all good. We all good. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure that, we know what I'm saying, we make sure black people suffer from this. That's what they do. You understand? That's why if you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you have to separate from your oppressor. You understand? Because the Lord already separates you. That's why you suffer the brunt end of inflation and nobody else does. You understand? Mr. Lucky, that's all I want to say on that. Hey,
Sorry, you want to go to the next one?
yeah, we can go on to the next article about Kashai. Hey, Shalom Israel checking in from Philadelphia, PA. Hey, Shalom, Shabar.
Shalom.
Most High in Christ, man. And make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to ISUBK Sacramento, man, or ISUBK NorCal.
Man, we definitely appreciate you, brother. You out there on the East Coast. I know it's morning time out there.
It's at least.
It's like 1. Hold on, what is this?
10, 11, 12. It's 1.
It's 1.
Yeah.
Most High in Christ. We definitely appreciate the support. Okay, next story. U.S. maternal mortality increased 33% during pandemic, hitting Black and Hispanic women especially hard.
You see what I'm saying? Not only is the inflation going up, and we gotta figure out how to do and try to carry out our daily necessities, like going to the goddamn park with our kids and getting popsicles. You understand? Not only that, the mortality rate among Black and Hispanic women is going up.
If I may, sir.
Uh-huh.
For all you fake Israelites who saying Latinos is not our people, you a goddamn fool.
You know what I'm saying?
You understand?
Yeah, right.
The same plagues that hit the Black community, it hit our Latino brothers and sisters too. You understand? It hits our Native brothers and sisters too. Yeah. You understand? We are literally the same people. Absolutely. My struggle is their struggle. Their struggle is my struggle. But Salakia.
You know, real talk, man. Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, man. We are one nation. regardless of skin color, regardless of, you understand, culture. Even though we got the same goddamn culture, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians are the same.
Yeah, we
You
definitely got
understand?
the same culture, sir. It's a lot.
And especially in Northern California, man. You
Yeah, for sure.
like, you truck driving, most time Christ, so you able to, you know what I'm saying, tune in. I feel it. Especially in Northern California, though. You know what I'm saying? You come, that's why I can't wait till we have a barbecue up here. When you come to Northern California, you gonna see how close Black and Hispanic Native American Indians really is. Like I tell Crayon all the time. And Crayon he ain't gotta tell me. I've been to his man, I've been to his block.
Right.
I've been in his neighborhood. All his best friends is Christ.
Right.
All my best friends is Christ.
Right.
You understand? We sleep in each other's house, wear each other clothes and
sure.
shoes. Like,
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like, we really grew up with is Christ, like how we grew up with Black people.
There's
Mama
no saving you from the police.
Exactly. Like, it might be different in other places, but when you come to Northern California, man, Black and Hispanics is literally no difference, man.
Mm-hmm.
The only barrier that we have is language. Like, we
Right.
might speak English a little bit more. They might speak Spanish a little bit more. But besides that, though, and we already know why we speak English and Spanish, because we was oppressed together. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
a lot,
the scripture,
sir. If I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a cold story, right? Just a quick sidebar so we can get into this article, right?
Hey, go ahead.
I was in jail out here, right? So it's me and a couple of brothers. We sitting down, we watching the slave movie, Amistad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was an OG Black dude. He was from the town too, right? So we sitting there watching Amistad, and this white boy walking there. He sit down. He like, y'all watching Amistad? And he just sit down like, okay, I want to watch. So I look at him. You know, I'm in the world, but I'm fake woke though. You feel me?
Right.
So I look at him. I'm like, bro, you seen this movie before? He like, yeah, everybody's seen Amistad.
Who,
The white dude, corniest white dude ever. You feel me, right? The nigga was on American Idol.
Oh yeah, he one of them.
Yeah, he was really on there. He really knew how to sing though, right? Niggas used to call him American Idol, right?
That's
so
great.
Look, right? I'm like, damn, you seen this before? He like, yeah, everybody's seen Amistad. So he just tuned in like this. We sitting in the day room and shit, right? I'm like, bro, you don't feel sorry for Black people at all? He just looked at me like it just didn't have no words. So he watched this shit for like 2 more minutes and spent off, right? So we watching the movie. It's a scene where they got the boats, right? It's a scene where they coming up on the little rowboats. And on the rowboat, it say La Amistad. So the OG dude from the town, you know, we was fucking with the Nortes, tough up in there, right?
Yeah, thanks.
It was a dark ass Norte OG nigga from San Jose. His name, they called him Midnight. This nigga was hella dark, you feel me? But he really he a Gadite, you feel me? A lot of them niggas be Gadites. They really speak that shit and hella shit, you feel me? So the nigga Midnight walked past, you feel me? The OG nigga from the town, his name was Nitty. He like, Amistad. I had them niggas on some damn near on some Black Power shit up in there, though. Right. But I'm on some Israelite shit, you feel me? So he look at Midnight, he get that, you motherfuckers. Cause he thinking the name La Amistad, like, nigga, that shit's Spanish. Right. Like, bro, y'all niggas saying that's slavery. I'm like, Nitty, bro, you tripping. No.
Oh, because he had never seen it.
He never seen the movie.
Right.
And you feel me?
And he don't know that Hispanics speak Spanish because of slavery.
Look, listen though, right, sir? Right. So, he like, I look at Midnight like, you motherfuckers. But it was like, you know, it was like a joke. Like, you niggas scandalous. So I look at him like, Nitty, bro, like, nah. I'm like, he ain't like, them niggas are people for real, for real. He like, what you mean? I'm like, nigga, what language do Mexicans speak? He like, Spanish. I'm like, where is Spain? He like, he looked at me, he like, Europe? I'm like, yeah, nigga. Why you think them niggas speak Spanish? He like, I don't know. I'm like, them white boys did exactly what they did to them, to us. They did it to them niggas first. I looked at Midnight, I'm like, that nigga's an Inca. He a Mayan. Right. That nigga Midnight looked at me, he pulled me to the side, he like, little bro, you hella smart. Like, how the fuck you know about this shit? Right. I took that nigga to my bed. I got the whole book about ancient Inca and Maya civilization.
Yeah.
You feel me? He like, how the fuck? Like, I'm like, bro, y'all niggas the same people as us for real, for real. I'm telling you, we was rocking with the North days in there after that.
Yeah, no,
The
real
niggas
talk.
was like, bro, your ass sharp, you feel
Right,
me?
no, real talk,
But,
my nigga.
you know, I've been watching classes for years. This everything I learned in the UPK.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really just watching this shit unfold like, damn, Commander General Yohana really be on point. That's why when a nigga bounced, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to join them niggas one day.
Yeah, no, real talk. And that's how it was for everybody, bro. Like, we got a brother that's in Florida, nigga, that's in that came into the school through the prison program.
Right.
Like, but we get a nigga in ISUK in California that's in prison, but we gonna take over the whole prison.
I'm trying to tell you.
Know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
Because not only do you actually understand what we're talking about, because you suffering actual physical slavery.
Right.
You nigga, like, come on, man, we'll take over that whole prison.
And make sure y'all go, speaking of that too, make sure y'all go look at the Dropping Jewels podcast from last week. Oh, we went into all of that.
We went into prison, and we're going to go in a little bit more this week too.
Oh, yeah.
About prison and jail. You understand? But yeah, hell yeah, the relationship with Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians in Northern California is heavy and it's strong, man.
Right.
You understand? I love Hispanics, man.
Right.
You understand? But prior to coming into the school, it's always been like that up here.
Right.
You understand? But if you could, though, what article we on right now?
Maternity
mortality. And what we said, what we brought that up to say is that this article said that Black and Hispanic women suffer maternity mortality more than anybody.
Right.
You understand? Because we all pressed together. Keep reading, Bubba. Good job.
Come, sir. Maternal mortality rates in the U.S. have climbed to 33% since the start of the pandemic, with Black and Hispanic women dying at higher rates than white women.
And if you don't know what maternity mortality is, that's when you have a baby and you die. You understand? That's Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian women who had babies during the pandemic, which is like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, the rate of them dying having a baby raised 33% since the pandemic. You understand?
That's about a third, sir.
That's a third, exactly. Keep going, Bubba. Good show.
Come, sir. According to a new study, the study published by JAMA Network on Tuesday reveals how the pandemic continues to disproportionately affect the healthcare of racial and ethnic minorities in the United States.
Man, look, everything we read about is racial.
Right.
It's about who you are.
And
you understand? The reason you suffering is not because your skin color, like the black groups try to make it seem like Egyptologists. It's not because your skin color. Right. It's because of who you are. You understand? But go ahead.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is when it say racial and ethnic minority, this ain't talking about no goddamn Asians or no East Indians. Yeah. They talking about Blacks and Latinos. Yeah. Like how these Asians and East Indians like to claim that, oh, we're all minorities. No, we minorities. Yeah. You don't even matter in this goddamn. Well, you matter in this country because the oppressor can set you up over us. But as far as like the foundation of America, wasn't no goddamn Asians here. It wasn't no East Indians here. Yeah. This is native land. You understand? They was raped, robbed, and murdered by these goddamn crackers, and then they brought us over here to do the exact same thing to us. You understand? But Salakia, go ahead, sir.
No, real talk. Yeah, keep reading about yourself.
Come on, sir. This issue is not new, and the pandemic just reiterates the problems we already face in this country.
What this issue of Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian women dying giving birth, this is not a new issue. The mortality rate going up 33% only reiterates what was already going on in America.
Right.
You understand? Because it went up. This always been happening. Black women, not only do we have Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, not only do we have the most abortions out of everybody on the goddamn planet, but we fewer in number than any race of people in America. We fewer in number than any race of people in America, and we still have more abortions in it. Not only that, but we actually dying giving birth too. You understand? Can you read Bubba Gashaw?
Come, sir. Salakia. Dr. Jacquees Moritz, a board-certified OBGYN and medical director at TIA, a healthcare model that includes multiple clinics and services for female-related healthcare needs, told ABC News. Researchers analyzed data from the National Center for Health Statistics, NCHS, to see how COVID-19 affected maternal deaths during or within 42 days after pregnancy.
Right, and then if I may too, and you know what this article is doing to Black, Hispanic, Native American women out there, they read like the ones who actually read and come upon stumble upon articles like this. That's going to make them fear giving birth. Damn, it rose 33% since the pandemic.
Right.
I'm gonna have an abortion. You understand? I'm gonna have an abortion. I'm not gonna have a nigga. If I'm gonna die having a baby, I might as well kill the baby and just try again or something. You know what I'm saying? Give me a few years, I'll try again or something. That's what it's gonna make them do. You understand? Because they're gonna fear losing their life giving birth. And all this is curses from the Lord, man.
Right.
When you read Deuteronomy, all everything that Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians suffer is curses from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because how we live a whole lifetime of celebrating birthdays and Christmases. You understand? Then all of a sudden you try to have a baby at 30 years old, nigga, you die having a goddamn baby. That's all a curse. You understand? From you celebrating a lifetime of Valentine's Day and Halloween and Christmas and you understand Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And birthdays and your Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's what happens when you celebrate a lifetime of living like that. You understand? But keep going, Baba Grisha.
Come with kind, sir.
And that's why what we do in ISUBK is so important. Now we don't do this to be seen. We don't do this because we just got time to do this. No, we got families.
Right.
And we got children. I got hella kids. And cry out, you got hella kids.
Right.
Niggas ain't just doing it. You know what I'm saying? We doing this because we actually care about our people, man. You understand that? That's why we do and put the work in that we do because we actually care about our people. Because we good. We got the truth now. You understand? It ain't about us. It's about giving this truth to y'all.
Right.
Because what John 8:32 say? John 8:32 say, it said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You understand? Our people still living a lie. Our people still enslaved and in bondage to the lies of Christianity, the lies of Islam, and religion. You understand? And being multicultural and all this stupid shit that we learned living in this Western culture, man. You understand? We still enslaved and in bondage to that. But once you let that go and you break those chains, man, and take them chains off, you'll wake up to the truth. And that's what's gonna set you free. That's what's gonna set you and your children free and your family free. You waking up to that.
Damn right.
You understand? You know, it's like, hell yeah. That's crazy.
Come with kind. They recorded the number of deaths associated with and without a COVID-19 diagnosis and compared it to pre-pandemic numbers. The report found that overall maternal mortality increased by 33% since the start of the pandemic.
Since 2019, the start of the pandemic, 33% of women 33% of Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian women giving birth have been dying giving birth. You understand? If we gonna keep reading, I don't know if it's COVID-19 related or just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come with kind, sir. These changes may be due to the conditions directly related to COVID-19.
Okay, so it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These conditions is directly related to COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Because you know a lot of sisters, they be pregnant still smoking weed. I just seen a video online. Nigga, sister got a newborn baby on her stomach. She sitting in the bed with a big ass backwood, nigga, just smoking. But then she fanning it away. Nigga, you can't fan that smoke away. That's like you being in the house. That's why you ain't supposed to smoke regardless. That's like you being in the goddamn house and it directs a log right here burning in front of you.
Smoke.
Nigga, secondhand smoke kills. Secondhand smoke kills. Probably than actually smoking. You understand? And she's sitting here fanning, smoking a thick ass backwood, and she's sitting here fanning like that's doing something, man. That's selfish as hell.
You know what's crazy, sir?
That's some selfish shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
If I may, right? We just recently went to go do interviews and pass out flyers at a Juneteenth event. Mm-hmm. You know how many sisters I seen walk around smoking a big ass backwood with their kids telling them, come on?
Yep.
Like, America, will destroy your mind if you're a Black, Latino, or Native American. That's like, if I may, sir.
You know, go ahead.
Let me get a scripture real quick.
Go ahead.
Because our people really don't understand, you feel me? Like, the Lord is going to give you these type of plays, like you said. If Salakia.
Yeah, man, all these curses, man, is in Deuteronomy, man.
Sir. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, that ye receive not of her plagues. You understand? This is in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, the 4th verse. The Lord said, come out of this ideology of this place that we live in. You understand? So we don't be partakers of her sin, so we don't receive her plagues. And what's one of the plagues we reading about? Sisters dying while giving birth, you understand, to their children, because we have the ideology that we supposed to live like everybody else in America. And then they saying like this is directly related to COVID-19. What is COVID-19? That's a respiratory disease. You understand? On top of that, if a sister smoke weed while she's pregnant, you understand, or just smoke weed in general, this is what the studies came out about COVID-19. They said COVID-19 will affect smokers more than anybody. Yeah. You understand? Now, if these sisters are smoking while they're pregnant, or smoking before pregnant, or being around other people that smoke while they're pregnant, and they saying that sisters are dying at 33% from these childbirths, you understand, due to the effects of COVID-19, then we already know what the problem is. The problem is getting high. Yeah. The problem is smoking cigarettes. This is why these sisters is dying while giving birth, because either they smoke or they hanging around people that smoke. Like, what you do can affect everybody around you. But Salakia, sir, go ahead.
You know, real talk, man. And 33%, that's 17% away from half of every Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian women giving birth dying.
Right.
That's crazy. You understand? Almost half of every Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian that's giving birth dies. That's crazy. You understand? That's how you know you living in hell. It is definitely not. That's not life. They ain't supposed. You're not supposed to know nobody that she gave birth and died. Now we taking care of the kid, or we had to get a kid up to abortion, or to adoption because she died giving birth because she didn't want to stop smoking weed, or she didn't want to give up Black Miles or cigarettes, whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Or she caught COVID-19. You understand? Can you read about this out?
Down with kind, sir. These changes may be due to the conditions directly related to COVID-19, such as respiratory infections, or from indirect factors experienced by an overburdened healthcare system.
Right, an overburdened healthcare system. Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we don't get the healthcare that we need in America, regardless. You understand? Whether you smoke or not, you know what I'm saying? You don't really get the healthcare that you need. And that's why we need more sisters to come into the school and be in healthcare, be RNs and whatever the hell they call nurses. What the hell they call? It's like
registered nurses.
Yeah, registered nurses. Yeah. We need more of that, because a lot of us we don't know nothing about being in that field. You understand? When it comes to respiratory systems and all that, we don't know nothing about that.
And if I may, sir,
yeah, go ahead.
Let's just give a hand to the sisters that's in the school that's actually going to nursing school. You understand?
Right, hell yeah.
Like, cause we got some beautiful sisters in here that actually want to help out their people. Yeah. That's actually going to go take on a profession that they can help their nation. You understand?
Yeah, right.
Like, when you go be a nurse, sister, like I'm gonna speak from experience, because my rib is going to school to be a nurse. You understand? Yeah. And we're gonna have to get you up here one of these days so you can tell on some of the harsh shit that you see. Like, man, she be telling me some of the coldest shit. Mm-hmm. They do our people so damn bad in these what they call them?
Damn.
In these facilities with they do our people so bad in these facilities that she literally like be having to like damn near risk her job just to help an older person as one of our people, because everybody else in this field is not Black like her.
Damn.
It's Africans in there. You understand? It's Asians and it's white people in there. They literally are infesting the medical field. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But her being in these facilities, and this is her job description, she actually sees why the healthcare is bad for us.
Yeah.
Because these people don't give a damn about us. But I want to commend my real Kayla, man.
Oh, yeah, no, most time correct.
Because she literally like she put like she don't give a damn about what's going on with these people and their protocol. She'll put her job on the line for another Black, Hispanic, or Native American person that's up under the care of these other people. You understand? When she go work into these facilities. You understand?
And if I could too, what you're saying is heavy. Most time Christ for your real, because every time we come over and do this podcast, or it's a high holy day at the school, whatever. Every time I see the sister, she got a goddamn big ass book in her hand.
Nah, she literally got one right now.
Right now, got a book in her hand, highlighting shit, writing shit down. And that's what we need in here. You understand? We need somebody that wants to know and be introduced to that world and to help our people. You understand? That's exactly what we need. Because like as we just read right now, what did it say? Read that last part again.
Come on, sir. It says these changes may be due to conditions directly related to COVID-19, such as respiratory infections, or from indirect factors experienced by underburdened healthcare system.
And that's why we need sisters in medical field, because we got underburdened health. What did it say? Health what?
An underburdened healthcare system.
Underburdened healthcare system. Meaning we don't got nobody who actually care about the condition of Black people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have nobody actually care about. You know why? Because other nations are never going to care about what's going on with you. If you walk in there and you got dead skin on your foot, they ain't gonna give a damn and say, we need to fix that and cut that off and do it. They don't give a damn. You understand? They're gonna say, nigga, we gonna give you some Oxycontin so you can get strung off of heroin, and then you can go about your day. At least you don't feel it no more, right? The pain went away. Okay, go ahead, go about your day. You understand? All that's all they want to make you a drug addict with their pills and shit.
That just gave me a good idea, sir. Mm-hmm. We gonna interview you, so you can let Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know. We're gonna do it in the near future, so you can let Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know what's actually going on in these facilities with our people that's up under the care of these heathens.
Yeah, damn right.
Like our people need to hear this, and this needs to inspire some young sisters to actually get into this medical field so they can possibly help out people that can potentially be their grandma or grandpa or uncle or cousin. You understand?
Yeah,
but we man, if Baba Kasha, I'm gonna need an interview from you soon. You hear me? But it's like,
hell yeah, we need to hear those stories, because right now when we read right now, they just telling us that it's like that. You understand?
Right.
But they're not going in depth and give you stories of how they know it's like that, or the statistics behind it. You understand? But keep reading, Baba Kasha.
Come on, sir. Hispanic women had 9 more deaths per 100,000 births, a 74% increase from the years before the pandemic.
Damn, a 74% increase. God damn. That is crazy. You understand? Like 9 more women since 2019. It's been 9, 18, 27. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of women dying giving birth in the Hispanic community. You understand? Keep reading.
Non-Hispanic Black women had 16.8 more deaths per 100,000, a 40% increase from previous numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-wee. Now, if I may, sir.
Yep.
Blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, wake up. Understand that you are the same people. Yeah. When you hear about statistics, now, get me right, sir. When you hear about statistics of people actually going through some of the most fucked up conditions in this earth, you don't hear about Asians, East Indians, white people. You don't hear about none of them. You hear about either Black, Hispanic, or Native Americans, or they group us all together as a whole.
Absolutely.
Like we the same damn people, you understand? Like, coming to the ISUB camp under Commander General Yana, so you can know who your people are, so you can know that who you supposed to love. You understand? Because, like you said, sir, in Northern California, blacks, Latinos, like we like this in Northern California. You understand? Yeah. In other places, it might not be so much so. You understand? And it's really because America has pulled the okie doke on us with the divide and conquer mechanism. You understand? They told you, oh yeah. You black, he Hispanic, so y'all two different people, or they might give you a little bit of leeway on the job, or they might put you over a black man as a Hispanic and give you the power to fire him, or a black man might see a lot of Hispanics coming into work and getting more of the jobs, but you don't even know, like, they gonna oppress him way more than they're oppressing you, because they done stole this man's land from him, kicked him out the country, called him an illegal. Now he got to come work a job for $8 when you gonna get paid about $12, and they really just putting y'all against each other just so they can save money. You understand? And not just save money, make more money, and keep y'all fighting against each other so y'all don't come together and overthrow this government with you keeping your own culture. You understand? That's how we gonna overthrow the government, by keeping our culture. I ain't challenging nobody to pick up no gun to these goddamn oppressors. These niggas own the military and they got missiles and bombs and all that type of shit. You might get a nigga with a gun. Yeah. You understand? A nigga with a gun, he might got 2-3 partners with a gun. Boy, we gonna lose to the government. You understand? We ain't advocating for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to come up against the government with violence. You come up against the government by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God and loving your own people. But Salakia, sir.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, and to add on what you're saying, man, you come up against the government, you come up against the people that oppress you by stop being Christian. Mm-hmm. Stop celebrating their holidays. Stop putting money in their pockets, sir. You understand? Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. Stop doing that. You understand? And if I could, I want to pull a scripture. You understand? Let me pull what is it? Jeremiah 50 and 33. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you that Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, man, we all press together to watch this. That Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we all press together. You understand? This is not a. Let me see. It's too wild.
Yeah, it's too wild right there. Jeremiah 50 and 33, other one.
Yeah, let me get. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
I damn near know what scripture.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Right quick.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Man, look at it. Everybody want to make it seem like it's a separation between Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. And you know what I'm saying? Wherever you go all throughout the earth, it's a separation. They're not the same people. They got different skin colors, different hair texture. You understand? They do different things. Man, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we the same goddamn people.
That's right.
Ain't nothing we do different. You understand? Ain't nothing we do different. You know what I'm saying? It said that. What about read it again, Baba Gashah?
Khan, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
The children of Israel is talking about Hispanics and Native American, so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians. The children of Judah is talking about so-called black Haitians and Jamaicans.
Right.
You understand? They said we was oppressed together. They didn't make a distinction because your skin color or because your hair texture or because the neighborhood that you in or the area that you're from. They didn't make a distinction that the Bible said we was oppressed together. That's why you got Hispanics that speak Spanish and niggas that speak English. Right. You know why? Because we was oppressed together. We all lost our heritage. We all lost our language and our way of life. You understand? It didn't just happen to one tribe. It didn't just happen to one people. It happened to all the tribes. You understand? Because like I said, you go back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It said you are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Mm-hmm. The Lord thy God hath chosen you to be special above all the people on the face of the earth. And guess what? Holy means to be separate. You're going to be separate whether you rule or you at the bottom. You're going to be separate regardless. That's for sure. And that's why we suffer more than anybody together. You understand? That's why we reading about inflation, and it said it hit black people and Hispanics more than anybody. We reading about mortality rates, and guess who suffer more? Black and Hispanics more than anybody. But meanwhile, we the lowest and we the fewer in number than any other race of people on the planet living in America. But we suffer more than anybody on the planet, man. That's how you know that God is real, man.
That's right.
You understand? That's how you know what we suffering through is the Lord did this to us, man, for being disobedient. And that's why we got to come back to serving the Lord and get out of religion. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of Catholicism, getting out of whatever the hell religion you in, man. You understand? We got to come back to serving the God that's going to give us protection. You understand? Keep reading Baba Gashar, that scripture.
Oh, come
Is it more on that?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And all that took them captives held them fast.
Right, and all them that took us captives, they held us fast, man. You understand? They not quick to let Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians go.
Right.
They're not quick to give us our culture and our heritage and our way of life back. You understand? They took that quick and was like, we'll never get that back to y'all. You understand? Because if we give that back to y'all and let y'all know who y'all is, you understand? Then we gonna be. That's why nigga they talking about a nigga just ran in Buffalo, and killed how many people he killed in Buffalo grocery store?
About 13.
Man, nigga he killed hella black old. That's how much your oppressor is a coward.
Right.
He ran in that grocery store. He killed old people, man. Just like the Amalek did when we was leaving Egypt. You understand what they do? They attack the women and children and old people, man. You understand? That's what they did during the time of Saul. That's what he did. He ran in that grocery store. He killed women and old people. That's coward stuff. You understand? That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Read it again, Baba Gashar.
Come on, sir. And all that took them captives. Who you want to read from the top?
No, held them captive. Keep going.
And all that took them captive held them fast.
Right.
They refused to let them go.
And they refused to let us go. And not only did they refuse to let us go, they refused to give us our culture back.
Right.
That's why you got Hispanics thinking that Catholicism is like, that's their culture.
Right.
You got black people think being a Christian wearing a suit and a tie and your grandma wearing a big ass hat with them big ass legs because she been eating pork her entire goddamn life. You understand? Celebrating birthdays and Christmases and holidays. They think that that's their way of life and they take it serious. You understand? And the whole time, this ain't even our way of life.
Right.
This ain't got nothing to do with us. You understand? And you wondering why you suffer in the goddamn ghetto. You wondering why your granddaughters having abortions and your grandchildren, your grandsons locked up in prison facing life. You wonder why. Because you're a Christian. You understand? But so like, let's go back to the scripture. I don't want to be too long-winded on that. That shit just started to piss me off.
Nah, I know, sir. I'm already knowing. And if I may too, right?
Yep.
Oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Yeah.
You understand? Like we know we being oppressed. This why you see us on the street on the street corners screaming at the top of our lungs. You understand? Livid about the conditions that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are subjected to endure in this captivity. You understand? Because the IGP under Commander General Yohana has taught the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, everyone that's up under him. He has taught us how to love black people. He taught us how to love Latinos and Hispanics. You understand? He taught us how to have compassion on our people because the Christian church has taught us to not have compassion on our people.
Yeah.
The Christian church has taught you they taught you the prosperity doctrine. They taught you how to be a selfish, evil bastard to only care about yourself and your immediate family and fuck everybody else. Excuse my French.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. So when you see brothers get passionate and angry about the conditions that we subjected to in this country, it's because we understand that we're being oppressed by our damn slave master and we want freedom. Yeah. You understand? We want to be able to be in our own lands. We don't want to live in a fucking place where it's 350 of our babies getting killed every fucking year, and then you got bitches on TikTok and interviews on YouTube talking about fuck them kids. I done had 4 or 5 abortions, and I'll do it 100 times again. This is bullshit. If you understand what's actually going on with your goddamn people, Christian pastor. You understand? Muslim imam, you so-called sovereign niggas who think y'all Moors, you dumbass niggas is enabling us to keep getting killed by these goddamn slave masters, and you niggas ain't doing nothing about it. You niggas just sitting back acting like you so-called woke or you a holy man and all of this bullshit that y'all got going on, but our babies is getting murdered and slaughtered in the streets, and y'all not correcting these goddamn sisters to where they living wrong and they aborting these goddamn babies, and eventually they get breast cancer because they done had 4-5 abortions. Or you keep smoking and getting high, and your what is it? Your maternal mortality rate increases to 33%. The goddamn man, come on, man, Salaki, sir.
Yeah, most I crazy, and it's crazy, right? Because I heard Captain Kahuntham Yah, he was the first person I heard say that if you having abortions, they don't tell you that increase your rate of getting breast cancer.
Right.
You understand? And boot up and shut up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because that's crazy. I was looking it up last night. That's why I was posting all that shit last night.
Right.
I'm like, damn, it was a doctor. I forgot his name, but he was saying basically that it increase when you have abortions, it increase your rate of catching breast cancer.
If I may,
you know what I'm saying? And that's why more black women have Hispanic women have breast cancer more than anybody on this planet. So not only are we aborting our babies more than anybody, our mortality rate of when we give them birth is more than anybody, and we have breast cancer more than anybody. Why is nobody talking about this?
If I may,
you understand? Sir, it's ridiculous.
That's heavy that you brought that out, right? Because I got an auntie. This is my father's older sister, right? Mm-hmm. She literally had breast cancer. Mm-hmm. She'd been with the same dude for at least 25 years. Yeah. At least 25 years. My auntie worked for the federal government. Like this is my only auntie or only relative that I know that actually is probably damn near a millionaire.
And hold on, it's like if I may.
Go ahead, sir.
And make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to ISUBK Sacramento, ISUBK NorCal on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that.
Right.
Salakia.
Yeah, but sir, Salakia. My auntie, she's been with her same husband for probably since I've been born. So probably over 25 years, you understand? Like my auntie ended up getting breast cancer, you understand? But she only has 3 children, and all her children is grown. I can almost guarantee you for a fact, just so she can keep her government job that pays her a lot of money, she got pregnant so many goddamn times that she had abortions. And this is probably why she got breast cancer.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
It's definitely a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I know my uncle, he was with a woman. You understand? I'm probably like, I think I was like 9 years old, 10 years old. And she had so much cancer all throughout her body. She had half a foot, one leg, no breast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure it might have been because of breast cancer. And she ultimately ended up still dying from breast cancer. They was trying to cut it off and shit like that. But guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna drop this jewel on y'all right quick, man. We drop this Dropping Jewels podcast. I'm gonna drop this jewel on you. Man, if you don't separate from your oppressor, you're going to die from cancer.
Damn right, sir.
You understand? If you don't separate from the people that oppress you, you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? From a malignant disease. That's what you're going to die from. Right. And you know what that disease is? Christianity.
Right.
Islam. Religion.
Right.
You're going to die from that, man.
Right.
You understand? But we didn't see that kill all our people. You understand? That's what you're going to die from. That's why if you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, separate. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't got to be afraid of relying and depending on only your people. Everybody else do it. You understand? But Salakia, any more on that?
Yeah, sir. White women, however, had only 2.9 more deaths per 100,000 births, a change of 17%.
Man, it didn't change at all. It basically didn't change at all. They might have had one extra death, one actually maternity mortality rate changed 17%. So that's probably about one extra death giving birth. But right. this is the thing. Your oppressor, the white one, they don't give birth like that anyways. Without taking antibiotics and getting shots and all that. They don't give birth like black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. Man, you can have a black, Hispanic, Native American Indian in the ghetto, right? Nigga, you go 5 years, move and go to another city and then come back 5 years later. Nigga, she got 8 kids. Like, damn, how the hell you have 8 kids in 5 years?
Right.
You pregnant 9 months out the year with that.
Right.
How did you do that? You know what I'm saying? This same thing happened in Egypt. Right. That's why when you read Exodus, 1 and 13,
Right.
it was like, man, let us deal crafty with them. Matter of fact, pull it right quick, and then we gonna go to the next story. I think it's Exodus 1 and 13. You understand? They said let us deal crafty with something like that. You understand? And that's what your oppressors got to do. They got to deal crack because they're Black, Hispanic, Native, especially since COVID-19. I had 3 kids. I had 3 kids since COVID-19.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I had 2, sir.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The Black, Hispanic, Native American, we have children.
And if I may, sir,
you know what I'm saying?
You follow the Lord, nigga. The Lord is going to be with you. Our kids smart as hell.
Smart. You know what I'm saying?
They
top of their class.
They damn near jumping on counters 1 years old. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's so crazy, right? Because everybody want to down talk to UPK and Commander Junior Hunter. What Commander Junior Hunter is doing for Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians is amazing, man. You understand? Right. If I was in the world, I don't think I'd give a damn about my son's curriculum or none of that, or taking him to basketball practice. We want to build doctors and scientists in here. And we want to build those type of people in here because we understand what it is. We understand what it is to like the burden of building a nation is on our shoulders and on the decisions that we make. You understand? Whereas when we was in the world, the decisions that we made was only for ourselves.
Right.
But now the burden of building the nation is on our shoulders. So any decision that we make is how can this help the nation? How can this build our nation?
Right.
Not just me. You understand? And so when a Commander Junior Hunter is building the ISBK in every city throughout America, South America, all over this goddamn world is amazing. And it's something that you really won't understand until you in here. Right. You understand? And once you get in here, you will see, God damn, this is crazy. I didn't know this was going on. You understand? But so like what is that? Exodus 1 and 13 or 10?
Sir.
10.
Yeah,
go ahead, read it about yourself.
This is the book Exodus chapter 1 and verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Man, that's what the oppressor said. They said, let us deal wisely with them. Let us come out here and because they having so many goddamn babies, especially the Hispanics, man. They be having babies.
Ooh-wee.
You understand? They said, come and let us deal wisely with them. Let's figure out a way to stop them from being fruitful like the Bible told us to be.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Lest they multiply, and it come to pass, when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Man, you see that? They said, come on, let us deal wisely with Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. Right. Because if we don't, they're going to have so many goddamn babies. It's going to be an army. It's going to be an army within an army. You understand? It's going to be a nigga. Guess what? They might be able to conquer us and make us slaves again.
Right.
Everybody's so scared about, what is it called? Replacement theory. You understand? And guess what? The Egyptians were scared about replacement theory too.
Right.
We reading it right now.
And today too.
You know what I'm saying? Right. The same thing that made that white man go inside Buffalo, New York and kill them white people. This is the same thing that Pharaoh was worried about. He was worried about the replacement theory. You understand? He said, let us deal wisely with them before they multiplied and joined our enemies.
Can you understand? Precept that, sir?
Yeah, and then go ahead.
Baba Kashah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right.
There go a precept for you, sir. Go ahead and
look, that's a precept right there. They have taken that crafty counsel is abortion clinics. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was funded by that was founded by Margaret Sanger, who was a KKK member, who was a eugenics, and who started Planned Parenthood, and which it was originally called the Negro Project.
Right.
Why? Because they was doing experiments on Negroes and Hispanics.
Right.
That's why. You understand? That's the crafty counsel that was giving us, and that's why the scripture also say Ecclesiastes 12:10, never trust thy enemy. You ain't never supposed to trust your enemy. I don't give a damn how good it sound, man, because they are against you. You know why? Because they have self-preservation. They worrying about them and their nation, and that's how we are supposed to operate and think. That's the way the Commander Junior Hunter has told Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians how to operate and think. Give a damn about your nation, man. Hell with everybody else. You understand?
That's right, sir.
Yeah, but I don't want to be too long-winded on that. We can
if I could, sir, I'm gonna just pull one scripture and then we could cut it on that. Yep. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. If we listen to the Lord and do exactly what he told us to do in these scriptures, then our women are not going to die giving birth to our children.
Yeah.
You understand? We're going to have multiple children. We're going to be fruitful, and everything that we're going to put our hand unto is going to turn into gold. But the reason why it has spiked to 33%, the mortality rate, Salakia, the maternal mortality rate, is because of your Christian pastor and them telling you that the law is done away with. You understand? You go to church and they tell you that the law is done away with. This is why your child is being murdered when it grows up. This is why we are aborting our babies, and this is why our sisters are dying during childbirth. But so like, I ain't want to be too long-winded on that.
Yeah, no, real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why, man. We knew we had laws that governed our nation and that we had to live by.
Right.
Man, we won't be in half of the conditions that we in right now living in America, up under this oppressor. We won't be in these conditions. You understand? But the oppressor has told Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians that we can live lawless. You understand? But then when you get in the goddamn car, you understand that, damn, I need to put my seatbelt on. I'm going 75 miles an hour. I'm doing 80 on the way to work. I got to put my seatbelt on. You understand? I got to use my blinker when I turn. Like, just to operate a goddamn car and drive a car is at least 100 goddamn laws.
Right.
You understand? But when it comes to you keep those laws. You understand?
Right.
But
They
when
put
it
the
comes,
seatbelt on.
yeah, you put your seatbelt because you know why? Because click it or ticket. But when it comes to the laws of God, you don't give a damn about it.
If I may,
know
too,
why?
sir, that's heavy.
And
If
then,
I may.
and if I may, right quick,
Go ahead,
and
sir.
you know why you don't give a damn about the laws of God? Because, like, the law, like, God is not really real to you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Then you so under Christianity, serving God is not a real thing.
Right.
It's a made up thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you guess what? Because you can come to the Christian church, you can be a homosexual, you can be a robber, a murderer, you can do all that, and you never have to change because they teach to you that you can come as you are, which the Bible ain't never said that.
Right.
You understand? But in IHBK, we don't teach you can come as you are. The Bible ain't never said that. You understand? You got to, like I said, me and Crown was talking on the phone earlier. Like, Christ didn't die. Like, Christians, like, this how sick and disgusting Christians is. They always talk about the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. It wouldn't have to be no blood of Jesus if you were to deal with the hell the Bible said. It wouldn't have to be no blood of Jesus.
Period.
You understand? Like, Christ didn't die for what you do.
Period.
You understand? He didn't die. He died for what you did. Meaning that you used to be a murderer. You used to sell drugs. You used to prostitute women. Or whatever the hell you did, you stopped doing that. And you don't do it anymore. That's what repent means. Repent means to turn away from. You stop doing those things and you don't do it anymore. That's what Christ died for.
Right,
you understand? Right. Because you don't do those things anymore. He didn't die for you to continue to be a fucking sodomite or to continue to smoke weed and smoking the goddamn weed. When he bring it out heavy. Like, no, it's not what Christ died for.
That's crazy.
Idiot.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? But Christianity will tell you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Salak, you know.
And if I may, just the last point, Christianity breeds cowards. You understand? In IHBK, we know cowards. We're not scared of the goddamn oppressor. You understand? This is why we keep the Lord's laws. Like, the oppressor tells you, I got to accept a homosexual or a lesbian. You understand? Or somebody who think that they're a man that was born a woman or vice versa. You understand? We're not scared of your so-called Caucasian devil. You understand? That's your oppressor. We're not scared of him. We fear the Lord. And what are our chances? Who do we fear? The Father we fear. It ain't Esau we fear. I don't fear Joe Biden. I fear the Lord. This is why I keep his commandments. And the reason why Christians don't keep the Lord's commandments, because they don't fear the Lord. They fear their goddamn oppressor. Your oppressor tell you, like, you ain't no goddamn Israelite. You a Gentile. This is what your oppressor has bestowed on you. Because your oppressor stole your identity and he running around with gay tassels on his shirt, acting like he's you. You understand? And you fear him. This is why your Christian pastor is keep pushing this homosexuality doctrine or women got the right to choose, because he's a goddamn coward and he fears his enemy. And I actually became up under Commander General Rihanna. We don't fear the goddamn enemy. We fear the Lord. You understand? But Salaki, so I'm gonna get to the next one. You ready, sir?
Yeah, you can read the next one.
Khan, sir. Healthcare in jails and prisons is terrible. The pandemic made it even worse.
Hey, look, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you think because you got EDD and PPP loans and you was able to buy a phone and go, look at Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian suffering. Nigga, we are suffering not only on the streets, but even your family members that's behind jail, you know what I'm saying, on them trumped up charges that they convicted them on. You understand that, man? Nigga, we suffering, man. Read it again, Boca Shot.
Khan, sir. Healthcare in jails and in prisons is terrible.
Look, I'm gonna tell you from experience. Healthcare in jail and prison is terrible.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? You will fill out a medical slip. What is it called again? You remember what it's called?
Grievance.
Nigga, grievance, nigga.
Salaki.
My bad, Salaki.
Nah, you
nigga,
too wild,
you will fill out it, cause nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That nigga just brought back some old memories.
No, hey, Salaki about that. No, cause look, I'm thinking about it getting pissed off, nigga.
No, for real,
bro. This shit, I don't want to disclose hella personal shit about me, but I've been shot twice on 2 different occasions, bro. And nigga, I'm down there, you know what I'm saying, leg is messed up and all that. And I fill out a grievance and I'm telling them, like, man, look, bro, my nigga, I got hella shit going on with my leg, bro. You know what I'm saying? My main artery, everything messed up. I need to, you know what I'm saying?
It's going to be a couple months till
yeah,
they come
nigga,
highlight.
Bro, I need pain medication. I need this going on with me. I need this and that. And they will completely read my grievance and then just throw it like up under some paperwork or something.
Real shit.
And I'm like, damn, nigga. I'm like, bro, I need to talk to the ward. Somebody, bro, I'm telling you that I'm in pain every day. Nigga, my leg hurt. Like, I got my whole, to this day, my leg is numb from being shot. I can't feel nothing.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Too, sir.
Yeah, nigga,
let's clap it up for the Out of Wine. This nigga's a Hebrew Academy graduate.
Yeah, no, most times right, damn right. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, they won't give a damn about what you put on that report and say something wrong with you. You understand? Hey, shout out to Christ, Quinto. You know what I'm saying? They won't give a damn about it.
Matam Yai.
Yeah, Salaki.
You gotta change your name, Matam Yai, man.
Yeah,
you got a name, my nigga.
Salaki, and I didn't call him his young man name.
He
a trooper, man. Now, shout out to the trooper, Matam Yai, man.
Give it up for that brother for getting ready to be a trooper, man.
That brother been tapping in for a minute now.
For a minute.
Most high in Christ. But yeah, hell yeah, man. The prison, hey, the healthcare in prison, and that's another reason why we need sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And brothers, whoever able to get in the medical field, not only in hospitals, you understand, in pediatrical with all the or whatever it's called, but also in prison too. Right. You understand? Because black people, no matter where you at, you're not going to get the proper healthcare that you need, man. Because nobody gives a damn about you.
Right.
You understand? And that's why there's more black people that die from high cholesterol, gout, you understand, lung disease, COVID-19, you understand, cancer, more than anybody on the goddamn planet, because we don't have the proper health care. You understand? But keep reading, Marcus Shaw.
Come sir. America's 1.7 million incarcerated people have a constitutional right to medical treatment during the pandemic.
Man, America's 1.7 million people. You understand? Look at, if y'all don't understand why we say in the IHBK, why we say we still slaves, because it's more black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians incarcerated than there are actual slaves on plantations picking sugar cane and cotton and rice. There's more of us in prison than there was actual slaves. We're reading about it right now. That 1.7 is talking about black, Hispanic, Native American Indians.
Right.
You understand? Keep going, Bubba Michelle.
Come, sir. During the pandemic, many of them say they didn't get it in time.
Right. They didn't get many in the pandemic said during this pandemic we didn't get the health care that we needed in time. All the people that was supposed to be over health care, they were staying home and saying that nigga, we afraid of COVID-19, we ain't coming to work. You know what I'm saying? We can't help them. Keep going, Bubba Michelle.
Come, sir. This story is part of the aftermath. Oh, Salakia. That's something else. Oh, yeah, Salakia. This story is part of the aftermath, a Vox series about the collateral health effects of the COVID-19 pandemic in communities around the U.S. The series is supported in part by the NIHCM Foundation. When 25-year-old Clayton McCray was sent to jail in September 2019, he had no idea the detention would end up costing him his leg.
Look, he was sent to jail in 2019 at the height of the pandemic.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
understand? He was sent to jail, and he never thought that he would go to jail and end up losing his leg because of the inability of being able to treat brothers that's Black, Hispanic, and sisters that's incarcerated. You understand? Keep going.
Come on, sir. But that's what happened in large part because the pandemic exacerbated his poor medical treatment behind bars.
God damn, this brother lost his leg, and because he was behind bars, and him filling out grievances and telling them there's something wrong with my leg, they in their mind, nigga, you just want to get out your cell.
Right.
There ain't nothing wrong with you. You just want to get out. That's what I mean by exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come on, sir. A shooting injury 8 years earlier had damaged his spine.
Right. So he had a shooting injury 8 years earlier in 2011. Because it said 2009, right? What was that 2011?
2019. 2019. So
that's 8 years?
Yep.
Yeah, so he got shot in 2011. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up going to jail 8 years later in 2019. So he already had a prior leg injury from being shot. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Initially leaving him paralyzed from the waist down.
Man, when he got shot, this brother was paralyzed from the waist down. That's horrible as hell. It almost happened to me. Keep going.
Come on, sir. After surgery and years of physical therapy, he could once jump, swim, and play basketball. I fought hard to get where I was, he told Vox.
Man, so after years of therapy, going to physical therapy, they putting a brace on your leg, you know what I'm saying, making you walk nigga, at least an hour a day. You know what I'm saying? This brother was able to swim, jump, play basketball, and have a normal life like everybody else. He was back. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do everything normal like everybody else. He didn't have to wear a brace on his leg, and he wasn't stumbling, none of that. He was regular again. Keep going, Bobby Chow.
Okay. But he still had a condition known as drop foot or foot dragging. He needed orthopedic insoles, regular treatment to remove dead tissue, and daily wound cleanings.
Right. So even though this brother was back and was able to do all these glorious things like swim, jump, and he thought he'd never be able to do again because he was paralyzed from the waist down, he still had something that was wrong with him. He had dead tissue in his foot. They had to get cleaned daily, not every week, not every month. It had to be cleaned daily because it was an open wound. You know what I'm saying? So they might have to put some saline on it, pack some gauze on it. You understand? And all the extra stuff. He needed that to happen daily to him. But when he got locked up in 2019, that didn't happen. You understand? And there wasn't nobody there to patch his wounds up and clean them with saline to give him antibiotics so his wound won't get infected. You understand? Keep going.
And Salagi, if I may too, sir, speaking from experience, I've been hit too. Mm-hmm. Like just probably not as bad as him, but just a terrible graze to where that shit like fucked my bones up. You feel me? You remember back? It used to get like when it start raining and shit, nigga, the back of my head would just throb like excruciating pain from having these type of injuries. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Them gunshot wounds ain't no joke, bro. Yeah. Like and not even just gunshot wounds, but trauma that having a black man that's in the street to where like you like I got fucked up hands and all type of shit. You feel me? But it'll tear your body down to where you gonna always need medical attention for some reason. You understand? Whether it be like they say the brother still had to get tissue removed like annually, like damn near daily. You feel me? It like the stuff that Black, Latino, and Native American men go through in this country. If you don't die, it'll leave your body scarred, and a lot of times you need medical attention. And these people don't give a damn that we need medical attention. Well, these people don't give a damn that we need medical attention. This is why we perish or lose limbs from this type of stuff. You understand? But Salagi.
Yeah, no, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, like you said, you've been shot before. I definitely been shot before. When I got shot, yeah, main artery almost died. Had a brace on my leg. This time I cut my leg off. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the same like this, brother. I had to get gauze packed into my. I had an big ass open wound in the back of my damn knee. You know what I'm saying? From it hitting the main artery, I had to pack it with gauze every goddamn day.
Yep.
You understand? I had to get shots in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So I can be able to use the bat. It was just crazy, man. It was definitely crazy. And imagine being in prison and have to go through that. You understand? You ain't got nobody on the streets that's able to help take care of you and make sure you get your shots every day and get your gauze clean and get your wound cleaned out with saline. You ain't got that. You got medical doctors that's really just on at work to make some money.
If I may,
You know what
sir,
I'm saying?
Salaki, I got another story.
You know, go ahead.
You remember that time that I ran from their ass on 79th? And look, I got scars on both of my hands from jumping barbed wire fences trying to get away from the police. I fucked myself up so bad one night to where I had to walk in jail with cast like little splints on both of my hands. I'm telling them, I'm like, because you know when you go to classification when you first get to jail, I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, like I'm funking in the streets. I can't really be around niggas. I'm not even in a position to defend myself. Man, nigga, they put me in a bullpen with hella niggas. Like, I'm looking like, damn, bro, like, this shit's scandalous, you feel me? Like, I don't really, like, I ain't trying to hit the buzzer and be like, I can't be here with these niggas, but I'm back against the wall, you feel me? Niggas walking up to me from all over parts of Oakland, like, bro, what happened to you? Oh, shit, you know, nigga got into some shit, woo, you feel me? Then niggas asking nigga where he from and all this type of weird ass shit. But if we had good medical resources when we go to jail, the shit that we supposed to have, you understand? I wasn't supposed to be in no room with a whole bunch of niggas that I don't know when I'm in a position to where I'm damn near handicapped.
Yeah,
like I got 2 splints on my hands like this. I can't even grab the phone for real. I had to have niggas help me get on the phone to call somebody to try to get bailed out because I couldn't just grab the phone with my hands. Like, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Like, that's facts. They don't give a damn about our conditions. You know what I'm saying? Not. They already don't give a damn about you, period, before you commit a crime and you go to jail. But when you go to jail, oh, it's way worse.
Yeah,
it's way worse.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You better not go to jail when you got an underlying condition or something wrong with you, because you will suffer.
How many niggas you seen in prison in wheelchairs, sir?
Everybody got walking around with green vests and orange vests that say impaired. You know what I'm saying? Niggas blind, can't walk. You know what I'm saying? They walk around with vest. You gotta have a vest on in jail. So the police be like, get down or something, or they'll freeze or some shit.
They know not to do you in.
They know not to beat your ass for not listening. So you gotta wear a vest that say I'm immobily impaired. I can't function like the rest of the general population.
Right.
You understand? But keep going, Baba Gishar.
Come, sir. But he still had a condition known as drop foot or dragon foot. He needed orthopedic insoles, regular treatment to remove dead tissue, and daily wound cleanings. Without them, he was vulnerable to developing open wounds and even bone infections.
Man, this brother had open wounds and bone infections because it is open wound that he had. That's crazy. I can just imagine how many grievances and forms this brother pulled and filled out, letting them know, like, man, nigga, I'm in pain every day, because that's not just something that you can just live with every day and fake every day. That's real pain.
Not only signing these grievance forms and shit, this nigga asking their ass like, hey, guard, like, bro, help a nigga, bro, like, put in the good word. What's that? What you talking about?
Dude, he's just wild in the chat.
Yeah, but you feel me? Like, that nigga, like, when the grievances get too much, like, when they come do count time, it's like, bro, like, please help me. Can you put in a word? Like, can y'all take me to the infirmary? Like, nigga, I'm fucked up back here.
Yeah.
And all right, we'll get to you in a minute. Or sometimes they'll just downright ignore your ass, for real. and just keep pushing what they count. You know what I'm saying? But Salaki, go ahead, sir.
No, you can keep going.
Come with Khan, sir. When the pandemic hit, McCrae was still in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County Jail, awaiting a hearing for alleged drug possession. Oh, so this is in Philly. Well, in Pennsylvania, right? Awaiting a hearing for alleged drug possession. Suddenly, his already spotty medical care became even sparser. By June 2020, he needed a wheelchair. Sometimes he couldn't hop or crawl the short distances from his bunk to the toilet and urinated on himself. Meanwhile, the smell from the untreated wound filled the cell. God damn.
Right, so look, his brother was in so much pain that he couldn't even manage to get up from his bunk and eat, hop and skip to the damn toilet just to pee in the toilet. He couldn't even do it. You know, that's how much pain he was. So then guess what? He urinated on himself. And then the infection started to get worse in his leg. You understand? And then the smell that was coming from his cell started to become so unbearable that the COs or the sheriffs or the police or the guards, they had to recognize that, damn, this brother has a real problem. He's not just filling out grievances, you know what I'm saying, to go to medical for no reason. He has an actual problem. And we know because we can smell this guy every time we walk by and do a count to see if everybody is accounted for in their cell. Okay, it's 2 men supposed to be in this cell, 2 men supposed to be in that cell, it's 1 man in that cell. Okay, the whole floor is 48 people on this floor. And when they walk by and do that count, they walking by and they smelling this brother's cell like, God damn, why do it smell like that? Because this brother has rotten flesh on the bottom of his goddamn foot because it has been untreated for an X amount of time. You understand? And guess what? It's not this brother that's going through that. This is something that's going on everywhere that Black, Hispanic, and Native American is being housed at in prison. You understand? You know why? Because when you go to prison, you're a slave again under the 13th Amendment. If you commit a crime, you're a slave again. So guess what? We brought this out a few weeks ago. They're gonna pay you 33 cents to work a job that on the streets. If you was on the streets and you had the same job, you will be getting paid $30 an hour. You understand? And then, mind you, you have to go to work in jail and in prison. You know what I'm saying? Or you have to go to school because if you don't, you go to the hole. So this brother might have been in school or might have had a job in there. You know what I'm saying? With this condition that he had and still wasn't getting the treatment and the medical treatment that he needed. You understand? You know why? Because the person don't give a damn about you. You understand? You know why? Because everybody that's Black and Hispanic, we commit crime. You understand? When you live in poverty, poverty creates crime. And when you live in poverty, you're going to commit a crime and go to jail. And guess what? You know, you're going to go in there with some underlying condition, and then guess what? They're not going to treat you for it. You're going to die from it, and they're just going to replace you because somebody else is going to commit a crime because it's the way we live. And that's why you got to stop You got to stop, even though you're in poverty, you got to stop creating crime. You got to stop committing crimes. You understand? That's the only way you can get out of this condition.
Right.
But Salaki, you keep going.
You niggas need to stop recycling crime.
Mm-hmm.
Stop coming home from jail and glorifying this shit to where you got young niggas thinking that you got to be one of them niggas, you understand, on the streets when this nigga gonna get a 5, 10, 15, 35-year sentence and the nigga gonna have a medical condition from being shot and being in the streets. Right. And nigga, you gonna lose your goddamn leg because they don't give a shit about you in prison. So
no, what you're saying is so heavy, right? Because you got a lot of people that like for instance, this brother who lost his leg. I guarantee if he wouldn't have lost his leg, he would have got on and been like, yeah, nigga, I was in prison, nigga, I did this and I did that. Not telling them that, nigga, when I got there, it took them hell long to treat my leg, bro. They was finna cut my leg off. That's the story. Like, that's what rappers do. Rappers tell you how they got rich and famous off selling dope and killing niggas, but they're not telling you about how they just got a whole Rico act like Young Thug.
And that shit racially biased too, nigga. When you see pill call, all them white boys in pill call.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They all at pill call, bro. Like, they grievances getting answered. You understand? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the niggas that's case or if you a blood or a Crip, you understand, or a Kumi or a Jama nigga, you understand, or a Norte nigga, y'all niggas gotta sit back and wait on medical attention for months, damn near, man. This shit is sickening, man.
That's facts. Keep going, Baba Shaw.
Come with con, sir. Damn, Salaki. Fuck. Oh, we back there. Jail staff did not allow a specialist from the local hospital to examine McCrae's affected foot in person. He has claimed they blamed COVID, McCrae said. Ooh-wee.
Right. They blame COVID. The reason why they weren't able to treat this brother and give him the proper health care that he need and assistance that he needed is because of COVID-19. COVID-19 had everything backed up. They blame COVID. Nah, it ain't COVID. It's because y'all don't give a damn. Y'all didn't give a damn. You know, because you know why? Because you got a lot of people that go to jail and they want to get certain pain medications, you know what I'm saying? And certain Seroquels and what's it called? You know what I'm saying? There's little pills like that. They want to get those pills so they lie and say that they got some type of condition and really ain't nothing wrong with them. They used to that. So when if you actually come to jail and got a problem, something wrong with you, and you tell them, they think, man, you're just trying to get high off these prescription medications.
That's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
There's so many niggas kicking heroin.
Yeah, so many niggas kicking heroin.
Seroquel and what was it? Damn, I can't remember the other.
Oh yeah, Otrons and the Rodens.
Right.
They was popping Otrons and the Rodens in jail.
And what else? What's the other one? It's another one too.
And what's that?
The one when they kicking heroin. I forget that one.
Oh, I forgot it too. It's one of my brother. Let me see. What's that little psych drug they be taking? A little bar. Not Seroquel.
It's like some
Xanax. Xannies. That's a drug that comes from prison. You understand? That's another drug.
Oh yeah. Nigga, they used to sell Xanax on TV when we was kids.
Yeah, see, I never knew that.
They used to sell that shit on TV when we was kids.
That's crazy. Everybody in jail on Xanax. And so if you come in with a condition, they think you just trying to get high. Medicine. They think you trying to just escape the reality of being in jail by popping all these different pain medications and stuff. You understand? But is there any more on that?
Yeah, kind of, sir.
Yeah, a minute.
By September, the infection had progressed so far that his right leg had to be amputated below the knee.
Man, the infection was so far that, and a few months later, he had to get his whole leg amputated.
That's 3 months, sir.
They waited 3 months to actually treat this brother, and then by the time he needed to be actually treated, when he should have been treated, they had to amputate his goddamn leg. After he already beat being paralyzed, and was able to swim and jump again from being shot 8 years prior.
Right.
He went to jail, and they didn't give him the health care that he needed, that he would have gotten if he was on the streets, and he had to lose his leg because of it. That's horrible, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Oh, God, sorry.
But I guarantee if he was an oppressor, he was Chinese or he was white or Arab, whatever, he would have got that health care that he needed. You know why? Because they know if they abuse their authority like that and abuse somebody like that, not give them the health care they need, and they're another nation, that nation family and the whole nation gonna be outside that jail protesting. He called us and said he's not getting the health care he need. We out here justice for Chong Yang. They gonna be all in front of the goddamn jail with signs and everything, with News Channel 2 and Channel 4 and 8. They gonna be all out in front of the jail. But black people, you tell your family, they're gonna just say, that's horrible. That's why you need to stay out of jail. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they're gonna say. Meanwhile, they finna cut your leg off later and not even give you no pain medication. You understand? That's how horrible the
condition is. Hold on. Salakia. My rib is in the medical field. Another thing, too, right, sir? Mm-hmm. She told me this shit years ago. They think that black people are superior to pain because of the test that they ran on us during the history of Salakia. I gotta read this. They feel blacks are superior because of sports, etc., and use that as an excuse to not treat or believe pain of blacks. Nigga, we so raw. Like the scriptures say, we the salt of the earth. We so raw in what we do. You understand? They literally feel that black people can take more pain than any other race of people just because we so good at being physically dominant over everybody else.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like this man, this shit
it.
crazy, sir. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, I absolutely believe it. I see it all the time. Black people get pulled over by the police and get tased, and he just pulled the taser out, and like, I ain't even doing nothing, man. Why y'all want me to get on the ground? They like, what the hell?
Right.
And then we just fully tased, man.
Oh shit, it's a lot.
Damn. That was kind of horrible.
Salakia. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You understand?
Is it up?
Yeah, just set him up. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? But it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Is it still plugged in?
Is the camera good?
Yeah, the camera too wild.
Don't touch it.
Let's see.
For some reason it'll go down.
Salakia, y'all. We'll get this shit more professional next time, but the Lord let us rock for a minute. You understand? Salakia. Okay, we too wild, sir. Almost.
Let's see.
What you doing?
Salakia.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Support the channel. You just move it.
It's a wrap.
That's all right. I got it.